being able to spend my life with someone and know that there's always that person to go back to, and always I get to share every moment with and get to share my life with and moments, and it just makes it so much more rewarding.
Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber are about to embark on a new chapter in their lives, parenthood. But before the two reach the milestone, Access Hollywood is taking a look back at their love story. Justin and Hailey's relationship was actually decades in the making. The two first met when they were kids in 2009. The Rhode Skin founder's dad, Stephen Baldwin, introduced them at a Today Show taping when Hailey was a preteen and Justin was a teenager.
I was on an early morning show, and she did not want to be there. For the most young girls though, back in the day, it was like, we want to see Justin Bieber, tight, let's go. She was got there, her eyes were closed. She was like, nice to meet you. She didn't care at all. I think she grew up, her dad was kind of in the industry. I think she was a little jaded at the time. I'll blame it on her jadedness.
But sparks didn't fly until they got older. The two were first romantically linked in 2014 after they were spotted out together multiple times, but at the Exodus premiere in December of that year, Hailey shut down rumors that the two were dating, telling E! News that they were, quote, good friends. I've known him since I was young, since I was 13, and we've just been good friends over the years. We have just stayed close, and there's nothing more to it than that. Flash forward a year, the two ignite dating rumors once more after Justin shared a picture of him and Hailey together, reportedly on vacation. He then talked about their romance during his February 2016 GQ interview, saying the model is someone I really love, adding that they, quote, spend a lot of time together. But he admitted he was hesitant to fully commit at the time because he was worried of hurting Hailey, saying, quote, what if Hailey ends up being the girl I'm gonna marry, right? If I rush into anything, if I damage her, then it's always going to be damaged, he said at the time. Hailey then gave some more insight into their relationship while talking to E! News that same month, saying, we are not an exclusive couple. He's about to go on tour. Relationships at this age are really complicated, but I don't like to really talk about it because it's between me and him. Turns out 2016 was a rough year for the two. The pair abruptly called it quits, and when looking back at their relationship in an interview with Vogue in 2019, Hailey said the breakup was messy. Quote, negative things happen that we still need to talk about and work through. Fizzled would not be the right word. It was more like a very dramatic excommunication. There was a period where if I walked into a room, he would walk out. But their breakup didn't last long. In 2018, the two reconnected at a church conference, and Hailey told Elle magazine in 2020 that Justin knew they couldn't just be friends. Quote, we ended up being at this church conference together in Miami, and it was the first time we'd seen each other in a while. I remember we were hanging out, and I was like, listen, I'm really, really happy for us to be friends again. I want us to always be cool and friends. And he was like, yeah, here's the thing. We're not going to be friends. And I was like, oh, is that so? I think we were both a little unsure about what was going on in the very beginning. It was familiar territory, but when a lot of time goes by, it's like getting to know a new person, she said, noting she was impressed by how mature he was. Quote, he had grown up so much I was actually shocked. I think I had grown up a lot too. He was somebody I'd always cared about so deeply and loved very deeply. Obviously, it took work and getting past things between the two of us, but it was all very worth it. A few weeks after their reunion, the two got engaged. Justin revealed the happy news on his Instagram in July 2018, writing in part at the time, quote, my heart is completely and fully yours, and I will always put you first. You are the love of my life, Hailey Baldwin, and I wouldn't want to spend it with anybody else. You make me so much better, and we complement each other so well. Can't wait for the best season of life yet. And that season came fast. At the 2018 Emmy Awards, Hailey's uncle, Alec Baldwin, revealed to Access Hollywood's Kid Hoover and Scott Evans that the two had already tied the knot.
How wild does a Baldwin wedding get? I feel like anytime
they went off and got married.
I know, but
and I don't know what the deal is because we text Hailey every now and then. We met him one time, but as I said, when you get married, I think it works best if you can really be together.
It was later confirmed that the two got married in a civil ceremony in New York City in September. For Justin Season's documentary that was released in 2020, Hailey opened up about how quickly the two said I do, admitting she went to her parents for advice.
I remember calling my parents when we decided to get married, and I said, this is the time I need you to stop me from doing something crazy if you think this is a bad idea. Because in my heart, I knew that it's what I wanted to do, but I was like, just tell me right now if you think, okay, whoa, just relax and take a breath and think about this and see how you feel in like 24 hours or a week or something. And they were like, honestly, we think that this is meant to be for you, and we know that this is what you want, so we trust you.
That was so close.
And I was like, all right.
A few months after their civil ceremony in February 2019, the newlyweds posed for the cover of Vogue and candidly opened up about married life, with Hailey admitting it wasn't always easy. Quote, "I want people to know that we're coming from a really genuine place, but we're two young people who are learning as we go. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say it's all magical fantasy. It's always going to be hard. It's a choice. You don't feel it every single day. You don't wake up every day saying, I'm absolutely so in love and you're perfect. That's not what being married is," Hailey said, adding, "But there's something beautiful about it anyway. About wanting to fight for something, commit to building with someone. We're really young, and that's a scary aspect. We're going to change a lot, but we're committed to growing together and supporting each other in those changes. That's how I look at it. At the end of the day, too, he's my best friend, and I never get sick of him." 2019 was an exciting year for the couple. The two exchanged vows again on September 30th in South Carolina. According to People, 150 guests were in attendance, including famous friends Kendall Jenner, Jaden Smith, and Usher. The two have been very open with fans about their marriage, giving a sneak peek into their relationship in an episode of Justin's Seasons docuseries.
Being able to spend my life with someone and know that there's always that person to go back to, and always I get to share every moment with and get to share my life with and moments, and it just makes it so much more rewarding, I guess. Just the idea of stability is something that I really never had growing up, and it's something that I've always really wanted.
But the marriage is still hard work, and in 2022, Justin also opened up on the Ebro show about how he struggled in those early years. Quote, "I remember when I first got married, I hit a little bit of an emotional breakdown because I thought marriage was going to fix all my problems, and it didn't. It just kind of was a reflection of like, you're a bit of a hypocrite, man. Like, you want your wife to do something that you're not going to do. And it's like, I mean, it's hard sometimes to look in the mirror and really have to realize, man, maybe you're not the person that you necessarily thought that you were. And you know, that's just the result of trauma and life circumstances," he said. Justin and Hailey got past the ups and downs and have continued to support each other throughout their marriage, especially in 2022 when they both experienced health scares. Justin supported Hailey when she was rushed to the hospital after she experienced a small blood clot in her brain in 2022. She opened up about that rough time in a video she shared to her YouTube channel, explaining it was, quote, "the scariest moment of my life."
Basically, it's like having a mini stroke. It definitely feels like having a stroke, except my body was able to resolve it pretty quickly, and then I didn't have any more issues for the whole rest of the day and the whole rest of the time that I was in the hospital. But, you know, my scans did show that I had a lack of oxygen to a certain part of my brain for a certain amount of time. Still definitely really, really scary.
After doing some more tests, Hailey revealed she was diagnosed with a grade 5 PFO, which is a small hole that can exist in the heart. According to Penn Medicine, this hole exists in everyone before they are born, but it usually closes after birth.
My blood clot actually escaped through the flap or the hole in my heart, and it traveled to my brain, and that is why I suffered a TIA. So the recommendation from my doctors at UCLA was to have a procedure done called a PFO closure, which is when they go through your groin, through the femoral vein in your groin, and they travel up to the heart, and they put this small little button, it looks like a little button, that buttons close the flap in the heart, and then eventually your heart tissue grows back over the closure device, and that's it. And then you have it forever and you continue on with normal life. So I recently got the PFO closure done, and it went very smoothly.
Hailey was also there for her husband when he was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome in 2022.
This is pretty serious, as you can see.
The Peaches singer revealed his diagnosis in a video shared on his Instagram in June 2022. According to the Mayo Clinic, Ramsay Hunt syndrome happens when a shingles outbreak affects the facial nerve near one of your ears. Some symptoms from this are shingles rash, facial paralysis, and hearing loss in the affected ear.
As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face. This nostril will not move. So there's full paralysis in this side of my face.
Since then, the pair's health has seemingly gotten better, but they've had to fight off their fair share of split rumors, most recently in 2024. In April, Hailey seemingly shut down speculation about her marriage. The Rhode Skin founder shared a selfie on her Instagram story flashing her engagement ring and wedding band as she sipped on some coffee. The 27-year-old then shared a loved-up photo of Justin shirtless in bed as he cuddled with their dog. Hailey's post came amid rumors that she and Justin were on the rocks, but a source told People magazine that the pair was, quote, doing really well. There's no divorce and no truth to that whatsoever, the insider told the outlet. They are very, very happy. In March, Hailey squashed rumors surrounding her personal life on her Instagram story, writing at the time, quote, just FYI, the stories and constant blind items I see on TikTok are 100% of the time wrong. Made out of thin air, come from the land of delusion. So I know it may be fun feeding into these stories, but just so you know, they're always false. Kisses, sorry to spoil it. While the Rhode founder didn't go into specifics, her post came a week after her dad, Stephen Baldwin, made headlines for social posts about her and Justin. He reposted a message from faith-based YouTuber Victor Marks, who asked for prayers for the couple, writing in part per page 6, Christians, please, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them to have wisdom, protection, and to draw closer to the Lord. Neither Victor nor Stephen shared a reason for the prayer request, but it may have been for a more positive reason than fans realized. Hailey and Justin went on to reveal on Instagram that they are expecting their first child. The pair shared the exciting news on May 9th with dreamy pics and video taken during their vow renewal ceremony in Hawaii. The model's rep confirmed to NBC News that she was 6 months along as of the announcement. Hailey has since shared insight into her experience as a soon-to-be first-time mom, telling fans that her cravings include egg salad on top of a pickle with hot sauce.